My day begins with the end, and I'm about to go to bed, and I'm just thinking about the day. I'm thinking what went on and like what is happening and everything. And I'm watching a show, and I love watching shows because it's the only time of the day that I get to relax and everything. And then I just go to bed and I sleep. And I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I go on Facebook, and I have to keep up to date with whatever is going on. Has anybody tagged me on something? Is there an event that I've been invited to? Is there any clients that are talking to me on Facebook? Because Facebook is really a huge thing with whatever I do. From there, I have to take a shower. Taking a shower, here comes my favorite part of the day, dressing up. Dressing up it's like a pick-me-up. I just feel nice. And I have to make sure everything looks good because this is what I do. I'm in the fashion business, and I have to look and feel good in whatever I'm wearing. So I try a few things. I'm always like doing a wrap or something. If it's not working, I don't like it, I have to change it. Look at skirts, my vintage skirts, a piece that my mom gave me a while back. Then I see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I pick something else. Then it takes me a while to actually get me dressed up. It's not really that easy. It takes me a while. It's like a pick-me-up session. It's really, really nice. So from here, I do my makeup. I have to dress first, then do my makeup. I do my makeup. I try and make sure everything looks perfect because it's the fashion business. So perception is the first impressions actually last, and they make everything. So I have to make sure I look nice. Most days I usually don't eat breakfast because I'm usually running late because of dressing up and doing my makeup and everything, which takes me a while. So I have to usually rush out of the door before eating. So I'm usually rushing, making sure I have to beat the traffic and everything. Then from there, from home, I go to industrial area, they go down Arts Center. I go to Kuruka Maisha to meet my first client, who was my boss, my former boss. And he's the one who actually catapulted me into doing design. And he's a really big inspiration for me because I got most of my clients through him. And this time we were actually doing a design for his wife. He wanted a whole collection for his wife. So he usually gives me a lot of opportunities like this, and I really, really appreciate him for that. So from here, I'm usually just advising him what to do, like where to get the materials and everything. Then from Nick, I go to my next client. I'm on my way to my next client, which was at Wilson Airport, so which means I have to go through town most of the time. So I go meet my client, who was actually at a bar, and I couldn't meet her at the office because it wasn't really professional. I couldn't be allowed because she's a flight engineer. So I met her at the bar. It was really cool, and she was a first-time client. I'd never met her before. I just met her at a pharmacy when she saw me in my clothes, and she loved whatever I was wearing, and she wanted me to design something for her. She wanted a whole new look for her. So she told me she's not really into fashion and everything, so she wanted me to give her something that she would really, really like. So the first thing I do, I take her measurements, all her measurements. As I said, first impressions usually last. So here I am in town. I have to take my first breakfast. So breakfast is usually breakfast on the go, and that's usually most of the time it's just the meal of the day. So from there I go to the textile shop. The textile shop is also another pick-me-up because I love the colors and the new styles that they usually bring. It gives me it takes me a while to pick up like new stuff, like what do I want, what do I need for my client, is this right, is this the right color? It's usually a really awesome, it's really nice. Difficult, but it's also really, really nice. Then from here, I have to board another matatu, go all the way to my tailor's. My tailor is in Kayole. So from here, I'm usually answering calls and everything. So she lives really far, but I'm very loyal to my tailor because she's really good and she acts as a mentor to me. Because she also teaches me how to tailor and everything, since I didn't really go to fashion school. So she's giving me something that was made for a client, which I also really, really liked. So we sit down and start talking about business, start talking about the designs that I've come up with, and she takes all the measurements and everything. Then we sit down and we start cutting something that was from a client. So we cut, and then she shows me how to take measurements and cutting of the fabric and everything, and then I just leave her. Maybe I stay there for like 2 hours, and then after that I have to go because it's getting a bit late. So when it gets late, I have to leave because it's Kayole. It's not really a safe place to be when it gets dark. So from there, I head home, and in the matatu, I'm just thinking of how the day has been, and what will come next, and just different things, looking at people.